What's poppin', people? It's your boy, Juice, back at it again, getting how I lived, I already know. Coming at you with meal planning for beginners 1.5, because I already did this shit. I just, fucked it up the first time. Let's start with my weight. So, right now, I guess I'm 225, okay? Probably a little bit less, but, I'm putting it there because that's what I hopped on the scale as. Granted, I did eat a little bit. I wasn't fasted, so give or take a little bit. But I'm gonna set myself at 225, 6'3", maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure. And then starting off with the calories, I'm bulking, right? So I'm gonna be doing, I think it's 300 more calories surplus than what it takes for my normal maintenance calories, right? And that's gonna be 3,744. All right. Protein, same 1 to 1, 1 pound to 1 gram, right? So 225. I mean, if you're trying to do it on a budget, right, you can do like 0.75 to every pound, or so I've heard. But I mean, honestly, I'm gonna do 1 and 1 just because I'd rather have a little bit extra than a little bit less. All right. And then my fat intake is, as you can see, 0.5 to every 1. I believe the normal vertical diet is 0.3 to every pound, but I'm skinny. I think I need a little bit more. And I was doing 0.7, I believe, to every pound. And, I've been gaining weight, and I definitely have been getting a little bit of fat, but not a lot. But regardless, I feel like I should tone it down a little bit. And so I'm going to be doing 0.5, right? And then my carbs, keeping it to 2 grams to every pound, so 450. All right, that's difficult to hit because, again, as I said in my last video, it is difficult for me to eat a lot of food. So, at 450, hey, bro, I'm gonna aim for it. I'm not giving any promises. All right. Now, getting on to my pre-workout meal, okay, which is everyone's well-known and well-loved and well-received fucking morning muffin for the morning muffin munch, okay? And right now, I'm going off the banana chocolate chip. Whenever I have a different muffin, I'll recalculate these macros right here. But for right now, we got 8 grams of protein, 30 grams of fat, 75 grams of carbs, and a total of 583 calories. And that singular muffin, very, very dense, very, calorically plentiful. And then we got breakfast, which is same as what I had in the last video, which is 4 eggs, 4 whole eggs, okay, which is 24 grams of protein, 20 grams of fat, 0 carbs, and a total of 280 calories. Then we got our turkey sausage. I have a specific brand. I don't have it on me. I think I showed it in the last one. I showed it in one of the videos that I used, but obviously every brand is gonna be a little bit different in the macros, so just make sure you pay attention to that. But in this brand, we got 22 grams of protein, 12 grams of fat, 180 calories, right? Tillamook cheese, okay? That shit's bussin'. I just got this Italian cheese, actually. This, 4 Italian cheese blend or something. Goes hard. But 28 grams of the cheese, right? 6 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat, 1 carb, 120 calories. Then rice, 2.5 cups. Rice is the one thing that I really did have to change up a little bit. I had to add a little bit more besides the meat. I still don't even have enough carbs. So we're doing 2.5 cups, which is 10.5 grams of protein, 112.5 grams of carbs, and 500 calories altogether. Then I'm doing 15 grams of spinach. Most of the time, the carrots and the broccoli, the vegetables and the fruit, I'm not really gonna macro out because I just don't care. I'm gonna eat enough of it to get the the benefits regardless of what the macros end up being. So, you know, maybe I eat even a little bit more spinach just because, you know, I need to get in that veg. Then the total is going to be 62.5 for protein, 42 for fat, 113.5 for carbs, and then a total of 1080 on the calories. All right, 1080 on the calories. All right, so that's breakfast. For the spinach, for all the vegetables, it's going to be low FODMAP vegetables. Not entirely sure what that means, but I just know that's what the vertical diet calls for. And I found a list of them, right? So I'll link this into the description just to make it easy for you, so you know I have some sources to go to, so you don't have to do a bunch of bullshit and searching and stuff. But this is all the vegetables you can use. And this is a list of the fruits that you can use. I believe there's a more extensive list, yeah, right here that you can use. You just have to put in your email, which I didn't do because I'm not going to do that. Okay, moving on to the lunch here. We got 10 ounces of steak. I think I was doing 8 ounces or 9 ounces previously. Bop that up to 10. 75.5 grams of protein. By the way, this is usually going to be sirloin steak. My mom did just plug me up on a bunch of fucking steaks though, so hey, you boys got some T-bones for a little while. And then 36 grams of fat and 0 grams of carbs. Totaling out to 621.6 calories. Again, 2.5 cups of white rice, you already know. And then the carrots, 64 grams. Most of the meats, right, is going to have some broth in it, some type of liquid to go on the rice. It's not just meat and rice, right? It's not just going to be super bland ass bullshit. I do like to finagle and finesse my meals and my foods and make them taste, you know, a little bit better than just dry ass, plain ass steak and chicken. So I know it does look a little tough on paper. It doesn't when it's actually in your bowl. So, and honestly, I don't fucking keep track of the spices and stuff. I probably should. I just know I get a decent amount of salt on there so I can get that sodium in. But honestly, I don't care that much. I would rather just, you know, keep track of the overall big, you know what I'm talking about, macros and stuff, than really, you know, dialing in. I'll do that in the future, but right now it's not gonna be able to coincide with how I live my life. Don't got time for that. All right, and then meal total for lunch, 86 grams of protein, 36 grams of fat, and 112.5 grams of carbs, totaling out to 1,121.6 calories. Moving on to dinner, chicken dinner. So chicken, 9 ounces. I think that stayed the same pretty much. 63 grams of protein, 18 grams of fat, and 0 grams of carbs, totaling out to 450 calories. Ramen noodles, switching it up there. Honestly, more carbs in the rice, and honestly, if I did the rice too, I would have the exact, I'd basically be hitting my total calories on point. As you can see, I'm like 260 calories over, but I'm like, you know, fuck it, bro. I work a physical job. I work out in the morning every, like, you know, 5 days out of the week. So it's like, I do think I can, you know, do with a little bit more energy. Plus the noodles are going to be at the end of the night or end of the day. So that's going to help me sleep a little bit better. You know, if I'm really feeling like I'm not able to get everything down, I will switch it back over to rice. But, I mean, I don't really know how much easier that's going to be. So I think, you know, just choke it down either way. And, you know, the ramen tastes better anyway, so it's like, fuck it, bro. Bang, bang. Going on to broccoli here, 45 grams. And then at the end of the night, I'm going to be doing my fruit of choice, okay? So, again, moving over to here. Any of these fruits, you know, just munch them up. That meal total without the broccoli and the fruit is going to be 79 grams of protein, 46 grams of fat, and 104 grams of carbs. Total 1,210 calories. Daily total every day is going to be 235.5 for the protein, 154 for the fat, and v1.5 for the carbs, coming out to 3994.6 calories. Now, as you can see, I'm about 45 grams short of my carbs. And I think I'm like, fuck, I don't even know, 30 some odd grams over on the fat. Personally, I've made quite a few meal plans, and there's always like some little tweak where I'm just like, dang, bro, like how do I get like the exact number? And I'm starting to think it's like, can you really get the exact number? Maybe you can. Maybe it needs a little bit more experience. Or maybe you just kind of have to go with the flow and make it work. Maybe I don't eat as much cheese in the morning or something, or like figure out a way to make my muffins with a little bit less fat. Because, I could definitely, if I just take out, let's say, half the fat of the muffins, and then I think, try and find a less fatty cut of the steak, I'm good. But that still doesn't account for my carbs, right? I don't know where to get my carbs. I'm thinking like, oh, maybe if I add a bowl of oatmeal in the morning, I get up my carbs, but then I'm way over on calories. So it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research for one, and then two, I'm just gonna have to kind of test some things out as I'm going, as I'm living, right? Like maybe one day I will try to eat or a few days try and eat the bowl of oatmeal in the morning, and see how it goes. See if I can finish all the rest of my food. And hopefully, and then see, like, if I can finish the rest of my food, do it for a little while and see if I'm, getting too fat or something like that. I guess it's just like, as I'm learning, it's a more of a trial and error type of thing, okay? So, luckily, I don't add a lot of fat or gain a lot of fat very quickly or at all, honestly. So, I'm lucky there, but so I can experiment a little bit more than maybe the average person who's got a slower metabolism or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I will update y'all. Give me like a few weeks to a month or something like that. I'll come back at y'all with something else. See how it is. See what I've discovered, and see what other little bits of knowledge I can toss at you, and fill your knowledge bucket up with. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna edit a few more videos before I have to go to bed, and I appreciate y'all. Hopefully this has helped you get a little bit of stress off your mind when it comes to the whole dieting and the nutrition aspect of lifting. Hopefully I can show you that, it isn't all just gonna fall into place immediately. It does take a lot of time, it does take a lot of research, it does take a lot of effort, okay? And you gotta stick with it, because it's gonna be worth it in the end. You're gonna look sexy as hell, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever your goal is, I don't know. You're gonna be big as hell. Maybe you're out here bulking to be the next world's strongest man. Maybe you're trying to be, the new Shaw, the next Shaw, and you're just trying to get huge. Or maybe you're just, trying to be the Ziz 2023, okay? Whatever it is, it's not gonna happen overnight unless you're juicing. With that, hey, appreciate y'all. Love y'all, bless y'all. Fucking keep getting it. Gang. Bang bang.